guys, welcome back to my channel. I am MALONEMUA. For those of you who don't know, if it's your first time at my channel, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching my video. Make sure that you go watch my other videos because they're super bomb. Little shameless plug right there. So today I wanted to film the infamous using every foundation that I own challenge. I don't know, that's probably not what it's called, but you know. I know that most of you are probably like, oh my gosh, girl, for real, we've already seen so many of this. I don't care to see it again, but I wanted to do it too. Like, I haven't had time to sit down and film, and now that I do, I'm like, I really want to do that challenge. So don't come at me for doing the same video that everyone else is doing because you would probably do it too. Okay, and then instead of a Bible verse today, I actually wanted to share a quote with you guys that really spoke to me this week. Someone shared it with me and it really just did something in my heart, and I think it's a really awesome quote and just a really awesome way to think about life. So I'm gonna share that quote with you. It's actually by a lady named Christine Kane. She is just an incredible woman of God, and she has, I think she has books and she preaches and all these things. Anyways, she's incredible. So we're doing this study at the church that I go to, a women's study, and this was in the book. This is one of her quotes in the book that we were reading, and it says, "The pain of regret is worse than the pain of obedience." Girl, can I just get an amen up in here? That quote is seriously spoke to me on so many levels. So if you want to find out how that spoke to me, how you can apply it to your life, make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video where I will tell you why I love that quote and how you can apply it to your own life. Also, don't forget to go follow me over on my Instagram. My name is @MALONEMUA, just like here on YouTube, and I would love if you would go follow me, support my photos, comment, be a homie, be a friend, come hang out on the gram. Okay, and without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and sing the subscribe song, which, by the way, I put a pull up on my Instagram and I was like, do you guys like the subscribe song or do you not like the subscribe song? And I saw some of you who didn't like it. Girl, I ain't gonna judge you, I ain't mad. Because you know what side won? The one that said that you do like the subscribe song. So we're gonna sing it, and we're gonna sing it at the top of our lungs, and we ain't gonna hold nothing back. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Subscribe to my channel, be my friend. Subscribe to my channel until the end. Subscribe. Okay guys, let's stop babbling and let's go ahead and get into this super fun challenge using every single foundation that your girl owns. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you guys what foundations I'm putting in this concoction of foundations, just so you guys know which ones I used. I don't have like 30 or 40 foundations like some people have used. I think there's like 10 of them, so not very much, but that could be good for me. So the first one is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. And it looks like this, and this is one of my holy grail foundations. I absolutely love that foundation. I use it all the time. Next one is the Maybelline Superstay foundation, and this is the new one that Maybelline put out that everyone is raving about, and this is actually what I use on my day-to-day basis at the moment. Next up is the Body Shop Matte Clay Skin Clarifying Foundation, which looks like this. I tried this one out for a hot minute, if it would be in focus. I tried this one for a hot minute and hated it. So I don't know why I put it in this, but I did. So great. Okay, next up is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation, and I started using this one because I saw quite a few people using it and they were loving it, and I used it for a few weeks and then I broke out like crazy, so I stopped using it. Next up is the Rimmel Stay Matte Lightweight Shine Control Liquid Mousse Foundation. Looks like this. Honestly, I've never... Hello? Hello? There she is. I've never put this on my skin before. I've never used it. I used it on one of my clients one time because I ran out of my L'Oreal Infallible, and it actually worked pretty good for like a full coverage matte foundation, but I've never put it on my skin before, so we'll see. Next up is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. As you guys know, I mixed this with my Infallible Pro Matte because I like the finish of mixing those two together. Then we have the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer. And I don't know, some of you may know this, but I tried this out a while ago and I hate that foundation. It literally is so full coverage and so don't get me wrong, I love full coverage, but when a full coverage is cakey and you literally look like a cake mess on your face, girl, not for me. And lastly, we have the Revlon Color Stay foundation. It just says makeup normal dry. So, and that one looks like this, and I used to use this actually probably a year or two ago, and I really, really liked that foundation. I don't know why I stopped using it, honestly, but I do really like that one. So that is all the foundations that I have that I'm gonna be mixing together today and applying to my face. So if you wanna see the disaster that's about to happen, stay tuned. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take you guys with me to mix all these foundations together, and then we'll be back to apply them to our face. Okay guys, we are back. We have the foundation concoction here. Let me show you up close. Honestly, the color is scaring me a little bit. It looks a little dark for the skin tone that I have going on right now. But I'm just gonna trust Lord and hope that it works, because I do have a very long day ahead of me. I have a church conference going on tonight, and I'm gonna be jumping and getting heated, and then I'm gonna go out to dinner. So it's gonna be a long night. And so then I'm gonna come back afterwards and show you guys how it kind of stuck onto my skin, if it broke apart, if it was gross, if it was bad. So I will be back to show you guys the end result in probably like 10 hours, honestly. So this will be a really good wear test, because your girl's gonna be sweaty and wearing it all around the place. But I'm gonna go ahead and start applying it to my face. I am gonna use a wet beauty sponge to do this, because y'all know I never ever ever use a foundation brush to apply foundation to my skin. I much prefer using a beauty sponge because it gives me a lot better coverage. Okay guys, here we go. So foundation, oh wait, oh my gosh, I almost didn't put primer on my skin, girl, or moisturizer. Okay, we're gonna start off with the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. Put a little bit of that on my face because I did shower this morning, but I have not put anything on my skin since then. So we're gonna start out with moisturizer, and then we will go in and do primer. Okay, next up is the Too Faced Hangover RX Skin Primer, and I'm just going to put that onto my skin as well. Okay, I'm also gonna go in with the Benefit Professional, just because why the heck not? I'm gonna put this in the spots where my pores are usually large, which is actually on my entire face, but we're just gonna put this on our face. I'm gonna focus it in this area, and in this area, and in this area. Quick spritz with the Mario Badescu facial spray. Girl, I love that stuff. Ooh. Okay, we are ready. We are ready to apply the foundation. I'm sorry it's been forever to get here, but here we go. So I have my foundation concoction and I have my beauty sponge. I'm just going to dip straight into that concoction. Ooh, this is chunky. Can you see how chunky that is? Oh, here we go, girl. Okay, I'm just gonna start dabbing into my skin. Hopefully the chunks kind of like dissolve. This chunkiness is from that Rimmel Stay Matte stuff. Oh my gosh, that stuff was so gross squirting out. It literally was like... Okay, so I'm just blending this in. Actually, the color match isn't terrible. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. I thought that this foundation was gonna be a lot more orange, but so far it is not so bad. Then again, it will most likely oxidize because a few of those foundations are famous for oxidizing on my skin. So we might end up with a disaster right now. Okay, so I'm making sure that I'm blending this down onto my neck because girl, we do not want to have an orange foundation line across our chin. That is always a no-go. So making sure that we are really blending it down our necks. Okay, real talk for a minute. I'm actually not mad at this foundation at all. It is very good coverage. As you can see, it has a full coverage to it. I still see like a few blemishes through it, so it's not like extremely full coverage, but it does look pretty nice. My skin looks pretty much flawless. The color actually isn't that bad. I thought it would be a lot worse, but it does pretty much match me. So we're just gonna have to see if it oxidizes, honestly. So far, it hasn't really oxidized at all, but it most likely will. I'm guessing, I don't know, fingers crossed that it does not. But yeah, honestly, I don't mind it. My pores look minimized, they don't look large, my skin looks smooth, it's covered. It's not tacky, like I'm pretty much dry. I'm just like the tiniest bit tacky, but of course when I go and set my face with a powder, that will go away. So far I'm actually very happy with the coverage. I'm very happy with the color. I'm just really happy with how it turned out. So surprisingly, I'm actually really liking this so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my whole face off camera because that's not what this video is about. And then I will be back to show you guys the finished product, and then we'll be back a few hours later to show you guys if anything has shifted, changed, gotten gross, or you know, all of the above. Cause I want you bad. Yeah, I want you, baby. Okay, so I'm back. My face is completely done at this point. It's taken me way too long to get here. It's been like 2 hours of me just blending my eyeshadow and just doing everything else. And so it has been a hot minute, girl. Your girl needs a fat meal. I don't even know what a fat meal is anyways. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and take a few selfies of the glam, post them to my Insta, so make sure that you are following me on Insta so you see the bomb selfies that come from this look. And then I will be back in probably like 6 hours, honestly, to show you guys the foundation again to see if it is breaking apart at all. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so that you can see kind of what it looks like right now. Honestly, it is full coverage. It is not giving me any problems right now. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can kind of see what I'm dealing with right now. Oh, okay, so as you can see, my face looks pretty flawless. There's honestly nothing wrong from what I can see. Other than, I mean, I have some acne on my skin right now, but that's my own problem. That's not the foundation's fault. But yeah, so it looks really good right now. I look very full coverage and it's not tacky. Of course, I set it, so it's all dried down. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and wear it through the rest of the night. I'm gonna be getting pretty sweaty from jumping up and down. And I'm gonna go out to eat, and then I'll be back to show you guys. Usually my problem areas are right here around my nose, or in the center of my eyebrows and my chin. Those are my 3 problem areas, so we will definitely look into those when I get back in a few hours to see if we have anything breaking apart, oiliness, or anything that your girl does not want. Hey guys, okay, so we are back with our nighttime checkup. It was about 4 p.m. when I put the foundation on my face. It is now just about 11 p.m. So I have been doing all sorts of stuff. I've been jumping up and down, sweating, talking to people, running all crazy ways. I went to dinner. I've been outside where it's been really cold. I've been doing all sorts of stuff, making lots of facial expressions, laughing, talking, all that stuff. So it is time to see how the foundation held up. Honestly, I had no idea that I would be this impressed with how my foundation looks. Like, my foundation doesn't even look this good on a day-to-day basis. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so I don't know if you can really tell, but like I said previously, my problem areas are right here around my nose, and then in between the brows as well, and on the chin. And as you can see, I don't have the foundation did not break apart. I don't look oily in those areas when I usually am very oily in those areas. Like, I don't even know what to think because my foundation looks so good still, and it's been multiple hours. I don't know how my face still looks this good. It doesn't feel thick. I don't feel like I have a lot of foundation on. The color matches fine. I don't have like this harsh line on my neck where my foundation starts. I don't know. I overall am so impressed with how this foundation lasted. Ignore my lips right now. They weren't supposed to be an ombre. They weren't an ombre. Then I had dinner. But hey, rocking that ombre lip. Now, this foundation routine is not very practical. It's honestly not something that I would take the time to do every single day. I might just do a squirt of each one of the foundations, put it in its own little bottle, and then maybe use that as a foundation. But if I ever run out of that, oh my gosh, I'll be like, yeah, I just need to go purchase 10 foundations in order to make this one. So it's not practical at all, but I'm absolutely shocked. I am shook beyond shooketh at how bomb my face looks right now. Make sure you guys let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think the foundation still looks good? Would you ever try this challenge? I would love to know if you guys would ever try this. Honestly, I think it was super fun to film, even though I'm a little bit late on the bandwagon. It was super fun to film this video, so I hope that you guys loved this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up before you leave and subscribe to my channel. And then I told you if you stick around till the end of the video that I was going to share with you guys how you can apply the quote that I talked about in the beginning of the video to your life. And the quote said, "The pain of regret is worse than the pain of obedience." Now, the reason why this really spoke to me is because I really want to be able to go out and do all these fun things, but as a youth pastor's wife, I have to sit back and think, okay, is this okay? Will this be okay to other people? Will other people see this as okay? And I really have to watch every move that I make because I don't want people to think wrongly of me. And that's not saying that I live in fear at all of what other people are gonna think. That's not at all what I'm trying to say. All I'm saying is that in the church, I just wouldn't want to do anything that would hinder the calling that God has on my life. And I wouldn't want to hinder kind of the position that I have in the church. So it's really something that is somewhat difficult for me to kind of obey God in the moment. I really want to, I'm kind of like a rebel soul. And so I really like to kind of rebel and do my own thing. But something that I have learned, especially this quote, is that if you rebel, girl, you're gonna feel a lot worse when you rebel than if you would have just done right in the first place. I mean, it sucks having to say no to certain things and not being able to go or do certain things, but I mean, that is painful, but the pain of actually going and doing them and feeling super shameful is way, way worse. So a way that you can apply this to your life is next time you are asked to go do something that you don't feel comfortable doing, that you feel like God wouldn't be proud of, then just take a step back, girl, and think, okay, I know it's gonna suck if I don't go, but will I feel worse if I do? If that quote helped you guys at all, make sure you let me know down in the comments. I would love to just know, like on a personal level, if that affected you like it did for me, if it spoke to you like it spoke to me. Yeah, so comment below, let me know. I love to talk with you guys and just chit chat and get to know you. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.